Nu metal. I'm on a journey to hear every song ever recorded, but today we're tackling a controversial topic that has divided fans for decades. Why everyone hated nu metal. So grab your chain wallets, teenage angst, and let's roll in, roll in, roll in. God, I love nu metal, except when I hate it. In the late 90s and early 2000s, a new genre exploded onto the music scene: nu metal. Bands like Korn, Limp Bizkit, and Linkin Park blended heavy metal with hip-hop, funk, and alternative rock. This fresh, defiant sound quickly gained a following, but why did it also attract so much hate? In my ranking system of what one day will be 1,060 bands or more, Linkin Park and Slipknot rank particularly high. Linkin Park are number 18 and Slipknot are number 32, while numerous other bands that fall under the nu metal category are here as well. We'll be discussing them on the channel. I was in high school from 1999 to 2003, still discovering what I loved most about popular music, and along with punk rock and alternative, nu metal is the third part in this musical trifecta of insanity. My insanity. Bad Religion reference. Before getting into the musical criticism of nu metal, did you know that Cold Chamber is sometimes cited as the first nu metal band, or the first band to get that kind of negative description, that backhanded compliment? Other nu metal artists include, but are not limited to, the Papa Roach, Pod, and yes, there are a few that don't start with P, like Primer 55. Wait, a number band and they start with P? What? Critics argue that nu metal musically was just too simplistic. The riffs repetitive, the grooves over detailed craftsmanship style shreddage from the classic metal era. It just rubbed traditional metalheads the wrong way, which "A Breeze Through the Trees, You Could Watch Me Flow" by Kid Rock could blow them the wrong way. All's I'm saying, you know. Remember when Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit said, "Keep rolling, 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 rolling"? Well, not everybody was rolling with it. Nu metal's widespread popularity is a key point here in this video. I remember loving POD's Alive when it came out. It's Been a While by Stained, Higher by Creed, but when they are played 24/7 around the clock, they are literally rocking around the clock. Every radio station, TV station, iPod station, on a never-ending loop. Yeah, even my fandom of nu metal is started to turn to ire. It's like the suits behind these bands saw some revenue coming from Linkin Park, and the entire world suddenly wanted to cash that Linkin Park check, and that leads to our next segment: image and attitude. Nu metal bands were known for their distinctive look: baggy pants, oversized hoodies, and aggressive attitudes. For many, this was new. Get it? New. In you. New. It's in you. But for others, it was seen as a gimmick, lacking the authenticity and depth of classic metal. Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and then Slayer taught me how to shred. It's a Weezer joke there for you. And even as a teenager scare! Even as a teenager back in the 2000s, I wasn't thinking about these nu metal looks being cool. Maybe I bought a t-shirt or two from Hot Topic, and maybe some band merch as well, but I never in my life wanted to look like someone from Korn. Sorry, guys. And again, some of this hatred was justified. Jonathan Davis really did want to look like a rapper instead of Roger Daltrey or Kiss, but Linkin Park and so many other bands coming in their wake, that's a Linkin Park reference, we're being pressured to partner with a rapper and a rap stylist to fit into that hybrid theory Linkin Park vibe. Evanescence was being pressured to get a Mike Shinoda stand-in which is laughable in 2025. But back in the 2000s, these were extremely high pressure deals with millions to lose, and who knows how much pressure these bands suffered. That's a Stained reference, just to break into the genre that they would probably dominate without looking like Linkin Park. I love that in 2025, Linkin Park are wearing loungewear and tennis shoes, even while they're spitting fire on some of the best music this side of 1996. Whoa! Emily Legweek, you're doing some great things over there. But back to the evil men in white suits. The evil white men in black suits. That's an Everclear reference. The record labels were dressing these bands up dumb, and that plays into a lot of the hatred that they got. These band members could have came in dressed down like Kurt Cobain, and imagine drinking your veiny mud if they were strolling around in sweaters and ripped jeans. Oh, man. Lyrics in nu metal tunes dealt and deal to this day with themes of division, three deep divisions, rage, personality battles, and things like that. Like a battle cry symphony, while these topics and lyrical words, they resonated with a lot of fans, many of which were 15 or 16-year-olds in 2000, because, you know, Bowling for Soup reference. 1985. Critics found this to be whiny and juvenile, like the rapper. The actual critics of the day and the headbanging 20 or 30 somethings of the early 2000s, some of them were not having it. Take Korn's Freak on a Leash single as a very good example. The angst was physical, deep even for some of us. But not everyone was languishing in the therapy session along with the band. They were languishing against the sound of this kind of music. Also, I just can't get that nasty story about the band named Korn out of my head. Let's take a look briefly at some of the deepest lyrics that nu metal has to offer, shall we? We're going to be taking a look at some Limp Bizkit. Same thing. We're going to be looking at some lyrics from the Limp Bizkit band. These are now quotes from Frederick what's-his-face. We downloaded the shockwave for all the ladies in the cave to get your groove on. And maybe I'm the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. That's a literary reference, by the way, not that stupid movie. Maybe I'm the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. But guess who's next? Who? Generation X, Generation Strange. The sun don't even shine through our window pane. Despite the hate, nu metal undeniably left a mark on the entire music industry. It brought heavy music to the mainstream, influenced countless bands, most of which are in my ranking system, and gave a voice to a generation. I don't know if it was Generation X or maybe millennials. I would say Fred Durst is probably Generation X, and then he spoke to the millennial generations. Love it or hate it, nu metal's impact cannot be denied. Here on my channel, I celebrate many of the biggest names in nu metal, even as they've graduated past the backhanded compliment of a title. Now they are simply called hard rock bands. So there you have it, you stupid girl. Cold reference, not an insult. Why everyone hated nu metal? Let me know in the comments what you think. I also want a list of your favorite nu metal albums. Maybe I can, make videos around your favorite material from these bands. Was the criticism justified, or did nu metal just get an unfair rap? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to blah, 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 yada, 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 and hit the pinata notification bell for more awesome content like this. Until next time, keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? Fade out. Channel logo, social media handles. Yeah. Annie, are you okay? You're okay. You're okay, Annie.